What is up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers? We are back again. And I'm not happy about it. A few weeks ago, you guys had me do a video reacting and kind of doing a review of some of the guns from the classic 1984 Red Dawn. I kind of teased a little bit at the end that we might talk about the new one. You guys clearly like to see me suffer, and that's all you guys have been requesting for pretty much ever since I brought it up. So let me be clear. This is not a movie review. If this was a movie review, it would be 28 minutes long and I'd probably have a stroke. We're just gonna talk about some of the guns, go over some of the iconic scenes in the movie, and talk a little bit about the gunplay and make fun of it a little bit. I will say I was excited to watch this movie in theaters when it came out in 2012, but it has not aged well at all. There's a lot of reasons for that, but you know what? We can maybe get to that later. Let's jump into the review, because let's just face it, this movie was not cinematic gold. But you know what is gold? Literal gold that you can get with your subscription to Acre Gold, today's sponsor. Are you trying to diversify your portfolio? Maybe get away from fiat currencies? Maybe you want to finance a film and not have to go through China, so all of the Chinese flags in your Red Dawn movie turn into North Korean ones for some reason, in very obvious airbrushing. Could have done that if you had enough gold. So Acre Gold is a gold subscription service. They're a big supporter of the channel, and we just wanted to shout them out. If you want to go check them out, check the link in the description and in the pinned comment, and go ahead and sign up for your subscription to start getting gold. All right, so now we have our generic bad guy for the movie, the North Koreans, dropping into the small Colorado town of Spokane, Washington. It's important to note, I almost don't fault the movie for this. I think it could have been a better movie, and I swear it's the last bit that's like a movie review. It would have been a better movie if they kept with the original enemy, which was, it was supposed to be a hypothetical invasion of the mainland United States by China. I don't think this works as much as a movie if it's North Korea, which, as Sterling Archer said, is like the nation state equivalent of the short bus. It's probably my #1 gripe about the movie, but we'll look over that for the purposes of, whatever, getting through this. So the cool part, much like the original Red Dawn, because it's dirty commies, the bad guy guns are all AKs. And they actually did outfit these guys with more modern looking AKs. They've all got like the black polymer furniture and kind of a very 100 series look where they got the 74 style muzzle brake on them and stuff like that. So some good looking guns in this movie. And also Chris Hemsworth before he packed on the Thor weight. This AK, I like it. Another! All right, so I'm gonna skip ahead because I don't care. Skipping forward a little bit, this is where they get caught in their cabin in the woods. That was fast. And we have our North Koreans that have now captured their father and are about to put him in the dirt. Spoiler alert, by the way, I'm gonna be spoiling this movie, in case you haven't figured that out by now. I'm doing this to protect you, really, if you haven't seen it. To be honest, it's really not that bad of a movie. It's just kind of like the second Indiana Jones. It wouldn't necessarily be a bad movie on its own, but the first one exists. And Makarov, right to the dome. See, I already made this joke in the Makarov video. Great for executing political prisoners. I may not like these assholes, but I do like their taste in sidearm. Where is my Makarov? Come to think of it. Hashtag Makarov gang. Another thing with this scene that kind of pops up more and more throughout the movie, it's really hard to discern what fucking army this is. Those are, you know, Humvees. Okay, I get it. Not only the United States uses Humvees, but this is supposed to be North Korea, using very American-looking Humvees, and the guns that they have up top are M2 Browning 50 cals. Again, not only an American thing, but the Chinese, the North Koreans, everybody would really be using stuff more like Dishkas, I would think. The Dishka, of course, being the Russian, Soviet, equivalent of the M2, just a full auto belt-fed 12.7 by 108, whereas the 50 BMG is 12.7 by 99. So very, very similar. Yeah, we see 0 of those in this movie, to my knowledge, but we see a bunch of it's generic American Humvees with American M2s on top, and it's just like, you're pulling me out a little bit. The original Red Dawn was so creative with trying to mock up weapons that they didn't have access to and really make it look good, especially for the 80s, and no budget. This movie actually had a pretty decent budget, and they still just decided to say fuck it, I guess. Moving on, because I don't care anymore. All right, now we're getting to the scene where this movie really starts to chap my ass a bit. They have just picked up some weapons and, improvised stuff that they got from, I don't know, Kmart. Among the items that they picked up is the Intratec Tech 9. Little 9mm submachine gun, pretty straightforward. This movie decides to take the early 2000s video game physics approach to hits with a submachine gun. First burst is just all over the place. Step forward, 3 feet, that'll do better. 30-degree spread. All right, now I'm gonna make... What is he clicking on the side of this fucking gun? This is not an airsoft gun. You cannot adjust the fucking hop-up. He's clicking an imaginary button on the side of this fucking gun, and then now, of course, he lets loose with another burst after his imaginary magic clicking. And they all hit now. It's like nobody who was involved in this scene had ever shot a firearm before. And the sound department had to go in. Somebody had to give Chris Hemsworth the instruction, just pretend you're adjusting something on the side of this gun. And the sound department had to go in and add clicking. It's just, that was... I know this is a small thing. It hurts my fifis. Okay, moving on, because I don't care. All right, my childhood is ready. See, there you go, getting shot at with more M2s. Dodging bullets. So he's got an M249 Saw here. Laying down some hatred. Kills the NPC bad guys that are on easy difficulty. Bunch of hobos go up and grab some guns. And then Wolverines. And then they shout it like they're fucking cheerleaders. You're skylining pretty hard, bud. You're in the middle of a city that's occupied. There's like 3 patrols around the corner. You might want to get down off... No, okay, never mind. Just fucking spray paint a wall, I guess. I'm glad they did it. I'm glad they paid respects to the original film. They swapped out an AK for an M249. Which in theory sounds like an upgrade, but I hate you. But speaking of AKs, bringing this back around, Chris Hemsworth is rocking a sweet crank, 7.62 by 39. I think it is an SLR 107 UR in an SBR configuration, which is basically just a crank with the the side folding stock and everything like that, Bulgarian made, in 7.62 by 39, which is some major big dick energy. It's kind of like this, but better. Now, speaking of AKs, coming back around, we've got our reluctant but brave heroes fucking robbing a subway at gunpoint. You know, fellow Americans, the one that they were supposed to be protecting. Yeah, no, they're just playing Grand Theft Auto 5 now. But I did want to talk about the AKs, because it is kind of cool. So the AK that Robert, and I really, really don't like using their names, because it reminds me of the original, and that just stings twice as bad. So the one that fucking PETA is using here is actually an Norinco Type 56. You can tell by the rivet pattern, and it's got the vented gas tube with a hooded front sight. All those are telltale signs this is a Chinese gun, which is cool because it was originally supposed to be a Chinese invasion, or now a North Korean invasion, which would be heavily backed by the Chinese. So this makes a lot of sense. Good attention to detail. Moving on, because I don't care. Although I'm really enjoying Chris Hemsworth in this movie. Like, between the crank and just his overall character is pretty good. I hope he sticks around. Moving on. You almost had me until you domed Thor. He got fucking Ragnarok to the skull. So, if they go and avenge Chris Hemsworth's death, does that make them Avengers? Alright, I really am done. Let's move on. Alright, so now we see our triumphant heroes at the end of the film having... Oh, God. Plot armor. They have plot armor. What the fuck? The minigun. The minigun on the Mustang. Why do movies always seem to fuck up the cyclic rate of a minigun? Miniguns don't sound like a lawn sprinkler. They sound like fucking this. So let me let you in on a little something. The M134D minigun fires roughly at about a 4,000 round per minute cyclic rate of 308. It's fucking absurd. That's like 8 dudes with FALs and endless magazines mag dumping at the same time. Why do people seem to confuse this with a Gatling gun that you just hit here and crank? That's not the cyclic rate. It sounds like Satan's fart. That's a lot of hatred put down in one place, but whatever, man. And he's firing it like a fucking sniper rifle. One, and all the guys just fucking drop from behind sandbags. It's like, what are you guys even doing, man? I'm done. Okay, I promise. Let's keep going. No, I'm not done. I'm not fucking done. You put a minigun on a Mustang. I'll clue you in on something here. 4,000 rounds a minute. 308. A lot of recoil. Your grandpappy's hunting rifle that you shot one time that was 308 that bruised your shoulder. 4,000 rounds. Recoil's still there. That's a lot of energy. That's why a lot of times they're in fixed positions. They're on steel mounts on helicopters, on tanks, on Humvees. Big ass mounts, so that thing's not going anywhere. And even still then, you gotta really kind of get behind it and stay in control of it. Drake and Josh motherfucker over here thinks it's a good idea to mount that to the fiberglass roof of a goddamn Mustang. Now I'm sure Ford paid a lot of money for him to do that. But it's still, can you say the R word in 2020? It's a doo-doo head idea. You're gonna fire one burst of that thing, it's going to rip through that thin layer on that roof, go off the side of your car, and now you're just standing there, hey everybody, Drake, where's the minigun? And that is the end of the 2012 remake of Red Dawn that from here on out, I'm gonna continue to pretend never fucking happened. I hope you guys had a very fun and a very safe Independence Day weekend. If you'd like to see how we celebrated ours, the link is down below for the B channel video that will probably be out by now. But anyways, that's all I've got for you guys today. I'm gonna go cook out and shoot some fireworks and celebrate the time when America was free. So I appreciate it. And as always, I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video. Thanks guys.
Fuel is my obsession to make the perfect weapon, like Rasputin's rise to the top.
Fucking fruit flies. Oh, did you hear my elbow pop? Fuck. I'm a high mileage human.
Unfolding your stock.
Yeah.
Shotgun.
You could say that he met a dark fate. I'm done, I promise.
That's Terminator.
Oh, god damn it. What was the
Dark World.
Dark World? Damn it, you're right. That doesn't work either.
Try though.
Fuck. Let me let you in on something. The M134D minigun fires at a rough cyclic rate of about 4,000 feet per second. Jesus Christ.